All right. Good morning. This is Coach Epps. I'm calling this morning from Huntsville, Alabama. Hope you guys are excited. I'm excited to be here. It's cycle 4. Today is Tuesday, February the 4th. And Zedge International is rocking and rolling. First of all, I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time out of your schedules this morning to be here. There's no other place I'd rather be. I'm definitely excited to be here. I want to encourage you guys that have not Team 250 qualified yet, still have time. More importantly, as leaders, let's make sure we are searching throughout our groups to see who we can find to help get to Team 250 qualified. Team 250 is an incredible program. I was around Zedge before Team 250. Didn't mind spending $200 a month. In my house is like $400 a month, but didn't mind spending money every single month on auto shifts. But it's nothing like having the opportunity to get those covered for activities that we are encouraged to do and we benefit from anyway. So, super excited about that. I hope you guys are excited. We're 1/12 of the year gone. If you had New Year's resolutions or goals, hopefully you're still on track towards those. And I know each and every one of us on this call had those, still have it. I want to encourage you guys to continue pushing forward. Continue making strides towards the things that it is you were looking to do in this year. I'm excited about this year, excited about what the year will bring, but I often have to tell myself if I don't continue to do things different, this year will look just like last year. So we're excited. Hope you guys are excited. Things are happening all across the globe. Events are happening all around the country. I encourage you to stay plugged in. If you're not plugged in, get plugged in. But a lot of things are going on. I'm going to jump right into the call. Only got about 15-20 minutes. I know we've been talking about staying basic. I know a couple of weeks ago I talked about edification. Talked about a couple of other things. But this morning, seems like over the last couple of days, we've been helping new individuals get started. And the question that I've gotten from so many individuals over the last couple of days is, when should I do a three-way? I won't go in depth on three-way calls or how-tos. I'll talk about a couple of the how-tos. Ms. Karen Eda did an incredible job a couple of weeks ago training on how to do a three-way call. Understand three-ways are important. But I just want to talk about a couple of different types of three-way calls. Maybe when we should do those three-way calls, maybe a little bit about how we should do those three-way calls, and that'll take me 15-20 minutes, a short 15-20 minutes that I have. First things first, let me say this, because I know over the last couple of days I've encountered a couple of new individuals who have had trouble transitioning their prospects to three-ways. One tip I can always give you, I never have an issue transitioning a prospect to a three-way. And the reason why, I talked about edification a couple of weeks ago, won't spend much time on it today, but the reason why is because I'm so excited and I do such an incredible job. Yes, I'm patting myself on the back, but I do such an incredible job when it comes to the edification process. Understand, we have to let our prospects know it's not about them just quote-unquote talking to somebody else. It's not about somebody else giving them the sales pitch. For me, it's about you as a prospect having an opportunity to meet some of the most incredible teammates I've ever had in my life. I talk so highly about my teammates that my prospects get excited about being able to transition to meet. Quote-unquote, I always say meet. I talk so highly about my experts that my prospects are so excited to be able to meet my teammates that I never have an issue transitioning into a three-way call. So if you're having issues, if you're brand new, if you're having a problem getting your prospects on the line and want to meet your experts, look in the mirror and ask yourself, how great is my promotion? How great is my edification of my expert? Of course, I wouldn't get excited either if somebody said, hey, I got somebody I want you to talk to. Got somebody else I want you to talk to. That doesn't get me excited. It actually makes me kind of nervous. But if I'm doing an incredible job talking about how beautiful of a person inside my expert is, how much they love helping people, how they are so funny and love having fun, my prospects get excited to be able to meet these rock stars. They get excited to be able to meet these superheroes. And that's how I identify my experts. Now, understand, when should I do a three-way? Somebody told me years ago, if I question Whether or not now is a good time to do a three-way, it probably is a good time. So if I'm wondering, should I do a three-way call? Guess what? You probably should. Something I always tell my teammates is we can never do too many three-way calls. You can never put a prospect on too many three-way calls. Three-way calls do a number of things for us as distributors. They strengthen our stance. They give us credibility. You know, if you know somebody, you grew up with somebody, you got a relationship with somebody you work with, they listen to what you say, or they hear what you say, but they probably don't really listen to what you're saying. But when they get a chance to get on a three-way with somebody else, when they get a chance to meet somebody else who says the exact same things you say, guess what? It strengthens your stance. It gives you more credibility. It validates what you share with them. If you share a tool with them, they've read some things. I know me, I can read things, get excited about it, but then when I talk to somebody who knows exactly what it is I read, we've all been in a situation maybe where you've read a book. You've read a book and just so happens, this particular book, and just so happens somebody in your particular circle you're having a conversation with have read the exact same book. The conversation gets so excited. You get so excited to know that somebody else read and knows the exact same information you know. It verifies, it validates what you read. So, through the three ways after somebody has a chance to take a look or listen to the information, it continues to validate what we share, okay? So understand how important they are. I have people tell me, I remember I had a guy who was incredible. I thought he had incredible leadership skills. He had every single thing in place to go to the top of the company. He had some industry experience, had been to the top of some company with no system before, but told me one day he just didn't see the need or feel the need to do three-way calls. I'm here to tell you today he's no longer around. Didn't last too long, lasted about 6-7 months, but it was because he was a hoarder of his teammates. Didn't want to introduce his teammates. The one who got started, he first partied all of them, so understand, he left the three-way out of the equation. His equations just didn't add up, so he was subtracted, all right? So understand the importance. Now, really quickly, this is what I want to get into. People say, when should I do three-ways? There's several different types of three-ways that we can do. There's always, anytime is always a good time within the process. Anytime is always a good time to do a three-way. But there are three types of three-ways I'll talk about today. Alright? The first one is the most common one. And that's the one we all know of, the one we probably all use the most. And that's just that three-way we use to introduce our prospects to our experts. A lot of us understand peak, plug, pass. A lot of us understand peak, pass, plug. A lot of us understand that once we pique the interest of someone, we have to get them on three-way. That's something that we all preach as leaders. We all preach as learners. We should all be preaching as well. So a lot of us understand that. We understand when my prospect takes a look at the information, when I follow up, I need to have somebody ready for a three-way. So that's good. We all know that. We all know that, and if we don't, guess what? We should. We got to be using it. We have to be using it, but we have to be teaching it as well. When our prospects take a look at the information, now is the time to start the three-way process. Sometimes I'll do a three-way call on the front end, but like I said, it's never a bad time to do a three-way because it's all about the team. It's all about the individuals that my prospect will have the opportunity to partner with. So sometimes I do a three-way on the front end. I may have my expert on the phone before I ever expose somebody. I'll say, hey, listen, I thought about you. I'm excited about what I'm doing. I'm going to get you some information, but before that, I wanted you to meet one of the gentlemen or an incredible young lady that I'm working with. She walks on water, glows in the dark. You know, so never a bad time to do that three-way. You got a prospect's taking a look, has some information, about to take a look, currently taking a look, has taken a look. We know it's important for us to get that three-way in. Along those same lines, to close our prospects, we should be doing three-ways as well. You should not be answering one-on-one questions with a prospect about how to get started. We should not be answering one-on-one questions about the next step. We should not be answering one-on-one questions about which package a prospect he or she is going to choose. That's the job of the expert. Let your expert close your prospects. Alright? So, that's really elementary. We understand that type of three-way call because we often use that exact same call. We use that call all the time, alright? Now, second type of call, three-way call that I often use. Once your prospects get started, now they're a part of the business, the three-way process shouldn't stop. I'm going to kind of flip-flop these because I want to stress the last one. But the second type of three-way call I often use is a confirmation call for events. We can confirm a prospect for an event before he or she gets started. And it's simple as, hey, I want you to meet John or Jane Doe, super incredible in the business, a nurse by trade, but a Zija lover and distributor to the heart. She's going to be at this event tonight or tomorrow night. I want you to meet her. Same thing. I'm always stressing having an opportunity to meet my superhero business partners, okay? So, I do a confirmation call. I'll call my expert and say, listen, got a guest I've invited out. I simply need you to confirm the simple fact that he or her is coming to this event. So, for my prospect, I just promote. Once again, I edify my expert. I let my expert know beforehand the type of three-way call I'm doing, but I use a confirmation call to confirm my guest to events. It can be an in-home event. It can be a conference call tonight. It can be a live Super Saturday. It could be a weekly opportunity meeting. Guess what? Doesn't matter. I always use an expert. I always use a three-way call because, see, anytime we have the opportunity to move our sales out of the way, it strengthens our stance. You can't build yourself up. Somebody else has to do it. You can promote an event, but guess what? Somebody else will strengthen the posture of that event. Somebody else's testimony will give you the credibility that you need to make sure your guests get to events. Alright? So, let's make sure we use an expert to confirm a confirmation three-way to confirm our guests. You want to increase your ratio of guests showing up? Use a three-way call. You know, I tell people all the time, listen, remember, if you have an expert that's closing your PBR, whether he or she is driving across country, flying across country, or just taking time out of their schedules to call or dial across country, let's respect their time and make sure we do the best job available in confirming our guests. How do we do that? Three-way calls. Use the three-way call to confirm and increase your show-up ratio. Alright? So if you've been inviting guests to presentations, that's good. You've been inviting guests to private business receptions, that's good. But why be good when we can be great? Alright? So let's use the three-way call to confirm our guests. You having a PBR tonight? Go down your list really quick. Sometimes I'll do this. I'll get my expert on the line. I'll call the people I've invited out and say, listen, I only had a couple of minutes. I got a business partner on the phone. He's like the Superman of what we do. He's going to be at my event tonight, or he's going to be calling into the event tonight, but I wanted to give him or her the opportunity to meet you via phone before our event tonight. Yes, Johnny. So understand the importance of a three-way call to confirm our prospects. Now, another type of three-way confirmation call. Listen, guess what? Once we get distributors started, once they become business partners, sure, we've strengthened our credibility. Has been strengthened with these people. Now they're excited because they joined us and not the business. But understand, as distributors, we all have a certain amount of what we should call pull power. P-U-L-L, power. What is pull power? I'm glad you asked. Understand, now, your credibility with your brand new teammate will allow you to pull him or her in a certain direction. You might be able to pull them, to it. Now, you don't want to drag people, so don't get this mistaken, but understand our credibility will give us the opportunity. Pull is kind of synonymous with influence. We have the power now to have them move in a certain direction. Yes, you may be able to get them to a teammate's PBR to show support. Yes, you may have the pull power to be able to get them to a weekly presentation to show support. But guess what? The international convention is a week away. It's a month away. You may not have the pull power to be able to move them to the big event. You just can't do it. You can tell them how bad they need to be there. You had to beg them to get in. You may not have the power to move them to this event. But guess what? It's a great opportunity to do three-way calls. I still do three-way calls with my teammates once they join the business, because I understand the more I can remove myself, the more I can eliminate the roadblocks, the visual roadblocks for them, put someone else in that particular place, the more success I'll have. So, when it's time for the big event, when it's time for the big regional event in March, when it's time for the international event in September, guess what? My teammates that I expect to be there, I'm going to invite them, tell them the importance, promote it, tell them how bad they need to be there, but guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a three-way call with somebody that's been to the event, somebody who's been where they're trying to go. Guess what? Not going to beg, not going to push, not going to prod. I'm just going to do an incredible job of edifying my expert, an incredible job of edifying my upline, an incredible job of edification. They say, listen, I want you to talk to Mike Sims. Hey, listen, his very first event, didn't want to go, made some sacrifices to get there. Maybe your distributors need to make sacrifices, just hadn't made them. He made some sacrifices to get there. I want to get you on the phone with him so he can tell you what happened for him after getting to this event. So see, we should continue to do confirmation calls with our teammates, confirmation three-way calls with our teammates when we're trying to move them. Because remember, we only have a certain amount of pull power with each individual we work with. You may not be able to pull a person in the direction they need to go, but maybe your upline has the power. They should, if you do a great job of edification. Maybe your upline has the power to pull them in the direction they need to go. So, understand your ability when it comes to your pull power. Don't get mad when a teammate has gotten started and you can't get him or her to come to an event. Just say, hey, my pull power is not where it needs to be. Let me get somebody else on the line with them that has a little bit more pull than I do. Alright? So, know that three-way confirmations are big for teammates as well. Don't get frustrated, because before today you didn't know. You just don't have the pull yet. Alright? You'll get it. Continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to grow, and all of our pull power increases every single day. The longer we're involved in the business, the more that pull that we're looking to have or we have increases. Alright? Third type of call, and I'm done. This is probably, all of them are equally as important, but this is probably the one that's left out the most, and that's the lifeline three-way call. Alright? Now, the lifeline call is a call that should be hurriedly done as quick as possible as soon as a new distributor gets started. Yesterday I did 3 lifeline calls. 3 new people just getting started. But a lifeline call is simply you as a distributor, our new teammate, have an opportunity to meet individuals in the team that will be there for them as a quote-unquote lifeline when you're not available. I know we want to do everything. I know my attitude, I tell a brand new person when they get started, my attitude is, I now work for you. I expect you to help me, but I now work for you. And I know we all have that same mentality. I know we all are selfless when it comes to new individuals. I know we all want to work hard for our new teammates, but guess what? You have a business that you're growing to. You have a life that you're living to. So sometimes you won't be available. It is what it is. It just works that way. You won't be available. But you don't want your new teammates to solely depend on you. Now, I know you like the recognition. I know you like being a part of somebody else's story. I know you like doing all you can and helping your new teammates, but guess what? You can't do it alone. So we, right up front, have to introduce our brand new teammates via lifeline to some other teammates that they can reach out to when you're not available. People that can do three-way calls for them. Other people, it's okay. People that can answer questions for them. Other people, it's okay. Alright? Remove your ego and understand the importance of a lifeline. Don't be a teammate hoarder, okay? I've worked with people my entire career, those people that say, well, this is my group. I don't want anybody else working with my team. Guess what? Your team will never become a team. It'll only stay a little squad because you're not using your upline. You're not using your power line in helping you grow the business. Somebody told me years ago, and it made so much sense from that day forward. It's not your downline that makes you money. A lot of people think, man, it's my downline. I got to get a huge downline. That's true. We need a big team, but it's not your downline that makes you money. It's your upline that makes you money, because see, your upline has the knowledge, information, and power you need to be empowered. So see, it's not the downline. You never get a huge downline if you never use your upline. You never get a huge success line if you never use your power line. So see, it's not your success line, it's not your downline that makes you money. It's your power line, it's your upline. It's the people that you reach out to and use the most. If you're not using your upline success line, guess what? I guarantee you, your group's not growing. But who's strengthening your stance? Who's giving you credibility? Who's patting you on the back versus you patting yourself? If we're not using our upline, if we're not using our power line, synonymous, upline, power line, if we're not using those, our downline, success line, synonymous again, is not growing. Alright? So let's make sure we're doing lifeline calls. I love the lifeline call because I love for my new teammates to see the proof that they're not in this alone. To see that you're not joining a business, you're joining a family. I love it. I love it. If you're not doing lifeline calls, it drives me crazy. To open my back office during the middle of the week, I do it all the time, to see who's gotten started. We got 6, 7, 8 new people that have gotten started, and I hadn't met any of them. Drives me crazy. Because I want to help. I want to be there to help. I want to be available, and I know babies are having babies, new people are introducing new people. I know it can't get done alone. So let's make sure we're encouraging our teammates to do the lifeline calls. I can't say it enough, can't stress it enough. I know every person on the phone feels the same way I feel. I don't care. I do lifeline calls on everybody. A new customer, a new distributor, I do a lifeline call because we're in the referral business. If I can get a new product consumer on the phone with my power line may ask them some questions to get us some incredible referrals. My power line may ask them some questions to find the people they need to help them still get Team 250 qualified. Remember, consumers can get Team 250 qualified too. Consumers who are on auto ship can get Team 250 qualified too. So we need to be asking those people who else they know. Who do you know? Who else do you know that wants to experience what you're experiencing right now? Who else do you know? So see, it's okay to do a lifeline call with a consumer as well. Because we introduce that third party, it strengthens our stance. Maybe you're trying to get referrals from them, but they don't quite budge until they get a chance to meet somebody else. So understand how important the lifeline call is. If you want your downline success line to grow, you have to use your upline / power line. Alright? It's not the downline that makes us money. It's the upline that makes you money. Because see, your upline has the information, they carry the big stick, they carry the big check, and they have the power that's going to give you the credibility you need or we need as leaders. Alright? 3 types of calls. Make sure you're using them. 3 ways for follow-ups and close. 3 ways for confirmations for events, for prospects and teammates, and lifeline calls. Remember, a lifeline call is just an opportunity for you to throw that lifeline, multiple lifelines, 3, 4, 5 different people I like to use. But the opportunity for us to throw that lifeline to that new distributor, to that new consumer even, I do both, when they're getting started, for them to understand that they're not just joining a business, but they're also joining a family. So let's make sure you're doing 3-way calls. You can never do too many. Now is always a great time to do them, and understand they only strengthen your stance. Now, that's all I have. Before we go, anybody online have any events or anything like promote? Now it's time to do so.
Good morning, Coach Epps. Alabama, and we are incredibly excited as we continue to go forth on this 90-day blitz. I'd like to announce a couple of events. First of all, this coming Thursday, which is the 6th of February, yours truly, Dr. Keisha Ashley, will be in Brandon, Mississippi. That's right outside of Jackson, Mississippi, at 7 p.m. at the Hampton Inn. For more information, you can give me a call at 205-541-7716 or Miss Lynetta Glass, and you can give me a call and we can connect with her as well. The next event I'd like to announce is Thursday, February 13th in Birmingham, Alabama. We are so excited to welcome top money earner, and top money earner is in the United States, here in Vija International. Chris Estes will be in Birmingham, 7 p.m. For more information, you can give me a call on that one. And then on February 15th, we have a super event in Montgomery, Alabama, featuring none other than Diamond Executive Ms. Lisa Adams Horsley. You can contact Dr. Aristotle Coughlin or Dr. Shanae Warrior for more information on that event. And then bringing it back to Birmingham, February 23rd, which is a Sunday, featuring Diamond Executive Ms. Lisa Adams Horsley. For more information, you can give me a call on that one, 205-541-7716. And that's just February, Coach. We're incredibly excited. Give us a call so that we can help you do some three-way confirmations for those events. Thanks so much, Coach. Have a great day.
Good stuff. We appreciate that. So those events will be exciting. Anybody else? Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? All right. It's 8:30 exactly by my watch. I hope you guys are up and excited. I've already had an XM burn and some XM Plus, if you can't already tell. I'm sweating in my boots right now, but I'm excited to see who will be put in my path today that I have the opportunity with to share this incredible opportunity with, guys. We're so blessed to be where we are, but we have to take advantage of what we have, all right? With that, you guys have an incredibly blessed day. We look forward to seeing you around the country, and we'll see you over the top. Hey. Well, you have a blessed day, everyone.
Coach, as you call, short of fear, Georgia, awesome call, Coach. Thank you, Awesome call.